some street in town. Pardon me if I don't say hello. I belong to another. It wouldn't look so good to know someone I'm not supposed to know. Just walk on by, wait on the corner.
Yeah, so top of the mornings to you. It's Shadilay. Alright? How are you doing this morning? Alright, well, yeah, top of the mornings to you. Coming at you on the top of the Morning Shadilay Podcast. The Morning Drive. I'm trying to find a name, you know. You gotta find a name for your content. For your, like, I was just calling it Good Morning Podcast. So I gotta kind of establish what I'm gonna call stuff. I kind of like Top of the Morning Podcast. Top of the mornings to yous. You know? Shadilay, everybody. I kind of like that, so maybe I'll roll that. I'm thinking like Shadilay is it's like aloha in Hawaii. It's like Shadilay should be the you know, the hello and goodbye for the people of the Kekistanis, you know. The Kekistani people shall, you know, a Shadilay to you, a Shadilay. Hello and goodbye. Shadilay boys, Shadilay. The funny thing about that is it's just hilarious all the way around. All of that stuff is just like funny. If you can't laugh at a Shadilay, just Shadilay to you, then I don't know, you know. Ooh, state boy just rolled by. Ooh. But anyways, last night I did a little bit of periscoping, and did some guitar, did some songs, just kind of randomly drank a couple beers and did some songs. So check me out on Twitter. I'm at Review the Earth is my handle, and that's pretty much my primary content on Twitter. I'm trying to get into Gab AI right now. I'm still waiting. I'm I did get into Minds, so I'm on Minds, but I haven't done a whole lot with it. Doesn't seem to be a ton of activity on there. I think Sargon's on there. That's about it that I know. Like the biggest person on there that I know would be Sargon. I don't know him, you know what I mean, but the biggest person that I know of, I guess. Another interesting thing was Paul Joseph Watson tweet. He shot out that stated that he only makes $23 a day doing YouTube videos, and you know, basically that there's no hope for anybody trying to do it as like a job, you know, because he's got 910,000 subscribers. So Paul Joseph Watson has 910 subscribers, but only nets about $23 a day on average. That's pretty lame. I mean, when you're nearing 1 million subscribers, you're only pulling in $23. I guess my question to him would be, what were you pulling in before this demonetization campaign and the restricted mode campaign or what have you? I'd be very interested to know how much he, you know, made before. Like, what's the difference? You know, was it $50 before and got cut in half? Like, what's the percentage that he got, you know, shaved, haircut, as they call it. Haircut. These terms, haircut's kind of a stupid one, because it's like, okay, if you have hair, I don't have hair. Sorry ladies. But if you have hair, like a haircut should be seen as a good thing, you know. But when you're talking about economics, they call cutbacks or austerity measures, those are haircuts. Just funny lingo. I find lingo fascinating. Words, linguistics, the English language. Like when Carlin, I love videos where Carlin, you know, goes off about the the language nowadays, or how perverted or perverse the language has gotten, how misused things are. I listened to him talking about irony. It was just really funny. I find language stuff really funny, I guess. But I'm at a stoplight and noticed my stereo was still on. So there's that. That was one thing. Paul Joseph Watson. Who was it? I think Bill Mitchell tweeted. I'm just going from memory, but Bill Mitchell tweeted something to the effect of, "What do the Republicans do all day? What have they done? Have they gotten anything done in the first 100 days? I mean, the 100 days thing, that should not really totally reflect Trump. What is 100 days? Who decided that 100 days was a good yardstick when no one ever has been in that position before? I'm going to credit Scott Adams on that, because I just don't want to like rip people's thoughts off or whatever. But so I did hear that on Scott Adams. I listened to all these guys. Like, that's what I kind of want to do, is start getting shout outs and just float around and talk about what I see out there sometimes. So Scott Adams, last night I was watching his Periscope. Awesome Periscope. The best Periscope person on Periscope, I think, is Scott Adams. I mean, he pretty much uses just Periscope, as far as I know, and Twitter. He's good on Twitter too. But he's just killing it on Periscope. Like, he's actually what got me into doing Periscope, was watching how cool it was on there, and then I've started watching some other people. But yeah, Bill Mitchell said, you know, what do the Republicans do? Like what are they doing? Okay, they have a full-blown deck stacked in their favor right now, and what have they got done? Anything? Like, I'm pretty into politics, and I'm kind of wondering, like, has the president signed a bill yet? Is there even one? I don't know, actually. Oh, there's nobody knows, since he wants to ride on me, but I don't let him do that anymore because of the airbag. He wants to, though. But the 100 days, go back to that. Sorry, I was getting distracted by Mama Willie Nelson's. Oh no, see, he's trying to get over here. The first 100 days, though. Oh no, I was getting back to, has a bill even been signed? Has a bill even been brought before the president? I don't know that it has. I'm not going to say yes or no, but I don't know that has happened, actually. So that's kind of, you know, I should probably figure that out. But again, this is just free-forming, you know what I mean? I don't have all the answers right off the top of my head, but I think I got a general idea of what's going on. So the general idea is nothing has gotten done as far as Congress. Now, Trump has signed a bunch of executive orders and done executive things. Whether you disagree with that or not, it does show signs of progress. I mean, he's getting things done, but his Congress isn't getting things done. So that's not, I don't think that should be fully on him, because he was actually, see, he plays that 40 chess man because he acted like he was on board with the plan, but he knew it would fail. He knew it would fail the whole time, and it would make Ryan look like an idiot. And I said that on previous videos, kind of when it was going on at the time. I'm pretty sure I called that out, but that's definitely the case in my opinion. So, you know, so it looks like he was encouraging. It looked like he did his part. You know, whether you agreed with what he did or not, it still looked like he cheerled the effort, right? No one can say he didn't do that. And he's not the Congress, so it's not his fault that it failed at all. If anything, he should have been more critical about it, but he didn't need to. See, he figures out what he needs to do versus what has to be done versus what he wants to do. I don't know that he wants to do much of what he's doing, but he understands he has to right now. And that's kind of the thing that's going on with it. So, with that. So let me talk about the progress first 100 days. Go watch Scott Adams. Much cred to Scott Adams for that. So I want to talk about the Bill Mitchell. I kind of mixed that in. Like, what do they do all day? If there hasn't been, if that is correct, if not one bill has, when did Obama's first bill get signed? How quick did that happen? I gotta imagine it's way quicker. So that's a question, is have questions for my audience. If you could help me fact check, you know what I mean? That'd be cool. Otherwise, I'll try to do it on my own because I am curious about this. But 1, has there been a bill signed? 2, when did Obama sign his first bill? 3, is the damn cabinet approved yet? When the heck are we going to get the cabinet? When is that going to happen? Because I'm pretty sure Obama had his cabinet by the first 100 days. I gotta just assume that. I don't know for a fact, but I gotta assume because the last I checked, like, Obama was way ahead of Trump in cabinet member positions, and Trump has been obstructed on just about every single front there. So I got questions about that too. Why the heck is the cabinet not there? Now, the current story that was going on as of yesterday was the Supreme Court, a federal judge in Hawaii, struck down what was it? I don't even remember now. I'm getting my signals crossed. I want to say it wasn't the travel ban because that was already struck down. It was, oh, it's not coming to me. It just happened yesterday too. I didn't get really bigly into it. But, yeah, I don't have any grasp. I don't have a tablet or something with me. What was it? It's something, whatever Trump just did, they shot it down again, and it was, oh, the sanctuary cities. Okay, so they shot down his sanctuary cities. I guess it would have been an executive order. He was going to end funding for sanctuary cities, I believe. I didn't read a whole lot into that. I just kind of know the periphery, I guess. So, yeah, he tried to end sanctuary city funding, did an executive order, and that got blocked by a judge. Now, this is insane. That, to me, this whole sanctuary city deal is just insane to me. I don't understand it at all, 0.0. I just don't get how somebody that's here illegally, okay, that's what they are. There is a law, and they're here illegally, right? So, first of all, we have to pay, taxes to services to find them and bring them back home, deport them. So we have to pay for that. But then on top of that, we have to pay to shelter them too. Like, this sanctuary cities thing is just something I've never really fully got into because I was just like, whatever, it's just one of those other issues. Like, yeah, it's a big deal, but there's so many issues out there you got to kind of pick and choose, and I never really got into that issue because it's, very hot button with the racial politics and, all that stuff, the border and things of that nature. But these people are here illegally. There is a law, so I don't understand how you could ban. First of all, I understand how in a voluntary society you could opt into some kind of program to help them. I have nothing wrong with charitable helping them. If there's charities set up to help them, I don't have any problem with that. You know what I mean? To help them, shelter them, whatever. I'm not talking about shelter like hide them, but just, okay, we understand there's a problem. We understand there's people here, and these people need help. I'm all for that. But I'm not for the government doing it. If people voluntarily want to start little foundations or whatever in their own time to help, that's fine. I have no problem with that. And they shouldn't be, it's just the government crap is different than the private stuff. I shouldn't have said crap, but the government mandating the sanctuary city stuff would be different than voluntary churches. I'm just going to use that as an example. A church that could, okay, you can stay here, like a homeless shelter, like voluntary homeless shelter. What would be the difference? Well, I don't know. But the main thing about the sanctuary cities is the judge stopped the president from stopping funding to him. I believe that's the issue, is the funding. I'm not going to go too far on this because, again, I don't know a lot about it. But it sounds like, Trump was like, nope, we're going to cut the funding off this or ban them or something. He was definitely trying to take care of the problem, all right? And this judge in Hawaii blocked it. Which just doesn't make any sense because they're here illegally already. I don't understand how the sanctuary city thing works. It just doesn't compute in my head because you're supposed to be rounding them up and getting them out of here and being humane in that process, okay? I don't wish ill upon these people. I understand why they're here, okay? But we got to follow the law, all right? So they're supposed to be finding them or assisting, let's just say assisting with getting them back home. That's probably the most humane thing to say, right? Is that we're trying to assist them to get back home. Well, I'm getting tailed by the 5-0. I hope I'm not speeding. I do have my camera in front of my... No, okay, we're good. Okay. So, yeah, they're supposed to be, as far as I can tell, you know, finding them and assisting them, getting them back to where they belong. That's probably the best humane way to say it, right? And I am for humanely treating these people. I am for temporarily sheltering them on their way back. I'm for giving them food, clothes, whatever it takes, through charity, through charitable giving and donations and whatnot. But when the judge stops the president from doing his job under law, how does that even work? So it's like Trump's following what I perceive as the law. I'm no lawyer, okay, but I just perceive that as the actual law, right? Because the sanctuary cities seem like they're outside of law anyways, because it's just a really crazy deal with the sanctuary city thing. I don't get it, because it seems like it should already be illegal. And then he tries to take care of the problem by fixing it, and then getting stonewalled by a judge. I don't know. But, alright, well, I think that's about enough. I'm going to wrap this podcast up, and I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to me on Twitter. That's kind of my thing, my jams. I'm at update there is I'm at 1,050 subscribers, a couple above that, and always kicking on that. So thanks a lot. See ya. Have a great day.